up, guys? Anthony Monetti here. I want to talk about the kettlebell swing. It's one of my favorite exercises. I think it's a great exercise not only for lower body strength, hypertrophy, conditioning. It's just overall a great exercise. I feel to incorporate at any given point in your program. Obviously, the program needs to, call for it. You can't just randomly throw exercises in there. But kettlebell swing is a great exercise for all of what I just talked about. I'm not going to continue to talk about it because I want to get to the exercise and make this tutorial short but sweet and impactful. All right, so let's get to it. Kettlebell swing involves your hips, right? And it's a hip hinge movement. I talk about it all the time. Deadlifts and many other exercises involve two simple things. If you can master them, you can lay the foundation to not any other exercise, but a lot of exercises that you continue to throw in your toolbox of exercises, right? That's what it's all about. Learning new things, learning, adapting, throwing things in, and learning how to move your body so you can get great exercise in, keep your fitness level up, and of course, not get hurt, right? So two simple things for the kettlebell swing. Talk about a hip hinge, right? So that's folding over at your waist, right? So hips, 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 back. Knees are gonna naturally do what they need to do. Don't focus on bending your knees. Focus on your hips and just let your knees just naturally bend. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do without you even thinking about it. Imagine that. So hips are back, that's called a hinge. So we're hinging here. Number two is flat back, or as us nerdy trainers say, neutral spine. What that means is you want to create that neutrality throughout your spine as it was intended. So a rounded spine is not neutral, right? Overextended spine this way is not neutral or natural, right? Well, maybe it's natural for you, but it really wasn't natural how your body was designed. So keeping that chin tucked and keeping those shoulders rotated back is a great start. Is it going to be perfect all the time? We try to shoot for perfection, but just think about your body's natural movement patterns. Things are going to change. It's your job to keep checking in and making sure those things are lined up to keep your exercise safe. You practice good habits. You build you build a great practice. I can easily just describe it as that. All right, so those two things are super important. Hip hinging and keeping a flat back. How do you do that with the kettlebell swing? Well, for starters, with the kettlebell swing, one of my great buddies, Evan, out in Massachusetts, told me how to set myself up, and I'm still using it to this day. So 1 foot length away from the kettlebell, out, and then 1 foot length away from the kettlebell, widthwise, right? So you're forming like a big L with your feet. If you're a dancer, this would be perfect, right? So you're forming an L, and then shift and bring that other leg back out. Now you have a square position, okay? And I'll show you this, not a square, you have a triangular position, like forming a big A. And I'll show you this from the front in a second. That being said, now that puts your feet in a good position. That puts your stance in a good position. Now, folding over at your waist, you're gonna have to reach forward a little bit and grab that kettlebell, okay? Which is fine, because guess what? You're gonna tip that kettlebell down, and watch what it does to my shoulders. My shoulders are here. When I tip it down, wow, pressing down just kind of activates my lats already. It puts me in a great position to start. Now from that position, you want to hike as if you're hiking a football, but you want to pull it toward this area. I don't know how to politically say this area. Say crotch, say your junk. Let's just say the zipper area. Okay, we'll make this the zipper area, but you want to keep that kettlebell close to the zipper area. You don't want to hit the zipper area. That would be dangerous and painful. You want to come close to it. So think about the space between your knee and your zipper, and that's where you want to keep that kettlebell. Anything lower than that is potentially putting your shoulders in a rounded position. You're leaning over too far, which may cause too much stress on your lower back. Anytime you're moving weight, transferring weight, you want to keep it close to your body. It's more efficient and safer, right? So that's for starters. Now, you're pulling that towards you. As soon as you pull that weight back, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about all that weight being back here and driving as fast as you possibly can that weight forward, squeezing your glutes. When that weight comes forward, it's your job to control it and not let it take you into the next room, right? Your job is to keep your shoulders back. Boom. Now, what's gonna happen? Think about it, slow motion. Boom, 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 boom. If you don't control that, guess what's happening? You're going back into what we talked about earlier, which is a not natural or neutral spine. Okay? You don't want to be here. You don't want to be dumping all that weight and all that pressure and tension into your lower back. Not good. Over time, that could cause, very, bad back pain, injuries. We want to avoid that. So we talk about trunk, we talk about core stability, we talk about core strength all the time. You're controlling your core, activating your core. What does that mean? That means bracing down. What does bracing mean? Like if I was going to come over here right now and whack you in the gut, what are you going to do? You're gonna clench down, right? And for lack of a better analogy, like trying to squeeze a poop out, right? You're bracing down. All those muscles are being active, right? So when that kettlebell comes forward, your job is to squeeze your glutes forward, get that weight to transfer, but then brace down. Control that weight so you can stay in a nice solid position and wait for that kettlebell to come back down and go into your next rep. Okay? So let's run through it. Here, here, here. I'm gonna do a few reps. Hips are back. Get my lats activated. Hold that close to my zipper. Drive. Done. Park. Stand up. That's a kettlebell swing. Awesome exercise. Okay? If you master it, it can also be a very dangerous exercise. Ironically, some of the best exercises in the world that you can possibly do can be the most dangerous for your spine, for your body in general, right? So let me show you how that looks from the front real quick. Got my nice skull kettlebell here. 1 foot length away. Out. Here. Here. Now I'm in a good triangular position. Hips are back. Tip that kettlebell here. Boom. Done. Park. Set. Kettlebell swing. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. Practice patience. Get swinging.